Hey guys, so while Jaylen is asleep right now, I'm just gonna do a progression video about how he's been progressing as far as being on the autistic spectrum, and guys, let you know what methods we're using with him, how he's progressing as far as his language since he is a year behind, and yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. If you wanna know how Jaylen has been doing, just keep watching. So the last time I made a video about Jaylen as far as his progression was, I believe it was the last time he saw his neurologist, which was in May of 2013. It is now March of 2014. He has seen his neurologist again. I had brought him for another appointment in January, because we thought that he was regressing as far as his progression in school. Thought that he was regressing because he started to show a lot of autistic symptoms as far as scripting, which is an autistic trait, also stemming. He does that a lot, and that was basically the reason why his teacher thought that he was regressing, because he started to show a lot. He started to stem more than usual. He was showing a lot of autism traits that he never did before. So I brought him to the neurologist just to basically see what was going on. We made an appointment, I believe it was like maybe the middle of January, and he basically said that that he wasn't regressing, that basically regression was the wrong term to actually use because he wasn't stopping what he was doing, and he wasn't stopping something that he learned. He was just showing more autistic symptoms as far as, because he scripts a lot of stuff that he watches on TV, like Nicktoons or Rabbits. I think it's on Cartoon Network. Anything that he hears, he can memorize like that, and he script a lot of that. And if you guys don't know what scripting means, I will actually put a definition down here. And also stemming is basically it's like a self-simulating trait, basically, where anytime anybody has any kind of negative emotion as far as anxiety, stress, anger, they do something a lot. And with me, like, I know when I get anxious, and it's a habit that I bite my nails. So that can be considered a stem for me. Stemming with autistic children, basically they take it to another level, and they do it all the time, where it's stopping them from, in Jaylen's case, it's stopping him from focusing in class so he can learn what his teacher is trying to teach him. Basically, it was just back to the story with the neurologist. He said that he wasn't regressing, which is a good thing. We didn't want him to regress. He just basically said that it was stress related, and he started to do a lot of autistic traits. He started to stem a lot because he was stressed, because now that he's getting older and he's in preschool. Yeah, he's in preschool now. More is being expected of him, especially since like he's in therapy, and every semester or every marking period or something like that, there's different goals that they want Jaylen to achieve. So he basically did that because he's doing that because it's stress related, because he's learning new things, and he's meeting goals that he's already met the goals that were expected of him for in the winter time. So one of his goals last year was to verbalize more what he wanted to say, or what he needed. So now he says, I need this, I need help, I need to go potty, I need to do this, I want this, I want that. So that was one of his goals last year, and he's got that goal. So now they're working more with him on socializing with his peers, because he socializes better with adults, or he tells the adults what he needs more than he tells like his peers. So that's one thing that they're trying to, well, everybody, all of us are trying to work with Jaylen, because he already met the other goals, so now we're just trying to meet this goal. So I always wanted Jaylen to get into ABA therapy, and that is applied behavioral analysis. And that ever since I read about it in my book, it's autistic spectrum disorder book, and I'll put it like right here, because I thought I had it with me, but obviously I don't. I did something with it. But ever since I read in that book what it is and how it's done, I know Jaylen would do his best with that therapy. But unfortunately, in the state that I live in the district that I'm in, they don't have that therapy. If I want that therapy, I have to hire a private therapist to give him that therapy. So the neurologist did give me information, gave me websites that I can go to. Also, he said to me to apply for Social Security, since autism is considered a disability. So Jaylen also has been in therapy since 2011. He started off in a state program that was from birth to 3 years old. When he hit 3 years old, he stopped with those services because obviously he didn't qualify anymore. And then he started getting services with a school district. So he started that in August of last year, of 2013. And he's been doing really good with his therapist. He has a speech therapist that comes out once a week, a special education therapist that comes out about 2 or 3 times a week, and he also we just added in an occupational therapist. Well, not just, but with the district. When we started off with just 2, the speech therapist and the educational therapist, and it was just them. We updated his IEP in January, so we all had a meeting and we added an occupational therapist to his therapy. So he has an occupational therapist coming once a week as well. And with the occupational therapist, it works with him as far as his sensory. So as far as like zipping his coat up, buttoning a shirt, or I don't want to say tying a shoe because he can't tie his shoes. I mean, he can do the Velcro, but he can't tie his shoes yet. What else? Also how to manage when he gets frustrated, because since he is still a year behind in language, Jaylen has come so far with his speech. And although he has come very far with his speech, he still is a year behind. Sometimes when he can't get something out, he gets very, very, very frustrated. And he will get so frustrated that he wants to hit, or he wants to kick, or he says no. And he gets so frustrated because it's like he can't verbalize what he wants or what he needs sometimes, and it frustrates him. So he likes to pull out his frustration on like kicking or hitting or something like that. So we're trying to replace those behaviors with something that is more appropriate. So his occupational therapist helps with that. She shows him different ways to let out that aggression. So right, just recently she took a container, like a big container that you like store, like a storage container, and then she places a big yoga ball inside of the storage container, and she has him bounce up and down in it, and he likes that. I would have never thought of doing that. I would just have him just bounce up and down with the yoga ball, and not put it into like a storage ball, but a storage container. But he likes that, and sometimes he'll go there and he'll let off some steam, and then he comes back cool and calm. And I think what she told me is that him bouncing up and down releases something like toxin in the brain to think more clearly. So there's a lot of different things that he's done with him. Jaylen also, at night time, Jaylen has a weighted blanket that he sleeps with, and he has a weighted blanket that he sleeps with, and when that goes on, he's like so calm, and he just falls asleep so calmly, and it just relaxes him so much. He also has a weighted vest that he's only allotted about 15 or 20 minutes, and then he needs to take it off for like an hour and a half or something like that. I'm not sure. I leave the vest at school because I don't use that. If I do take stuff and gadgets from the school, I'll take like the blanket, not so much the vest. So he has that. He also has like a stress ball. He also has a sock, but it's like a stretchy material. I forget what it's called, and he can sit in it and he can like stretch, and it just like, Jaylen likes resistance and he likes pressure. So when you give him a hug, that like calms him down a little bit, because he wants to feel like safe, and he wants to feel like that pressure and stuff like that. So he has that. He has all types of different gadgets. If you guys want me to go into further detail about that, I'll make like a separate video about that. Just let me know. Oh, it's called a body sock. That's what it's called. A body sock. That's what it is. Also, she uses a brushing method, and I did Google that on YouTube, and I saw like one video that had the brushing sock. I mean, not sorry, the brushing method, and it basically is like a little brush, and it's only this thing is only supposed to take about 2-3 minutes, and you like brush their arms, you brush their arm, you brush their leg, you brush their feet. They give him noise canceling headphones. So he has like these big, looks like Dre beat heavy headphones that he has, and they kind of like, she kind of like use it. She doesn't use it often, but she kind of like use it to like zen him out a little bit, kind of bring him back to, like, if he's like all over the place and he's stemming and he just can't concentrate and stuff like that. She used that on him. So like headphones as well. So yeah, we have that. And so right now, that's basically all it is with Jaylen. He's doing a lot of stemming, and we will work with that. He just had a field trip to the aquarium. His therapist actually went with him, and she said that he has come such a long way. She tells him stuff, like she tells him, well, he saw some things and he told her that, and before he didn't do that. So he's come such a long way, and I'm just so proud of my son, and I'm just so glad that I acted early so that he's able to do and to come a long way and stuff like that. So if you guys have any other suggestions, or if you have any suggestions or comments, just please write it down in the comment box. if I know the answer, I would be more than happy to answer it. If you guys want, like these videos, give a thumbs up, let me know any suggestions about a video or upcoming videos. But I'm just gonna wrap this video up because he's sleeping right now. Like, I'm actually looking at him as I record this, and I'm getting ready to wake him up because it's his nap time is over. And that's another thing about Jaylen. Jaylen hates change. He has to stick to a schedule. Not like a strict schedule, but he needs that consistency. And I would recommend that to not even with a kid, not only just a kid with like any special needs or autism like that, just kids in general. Some just need that structure and they need that consistency. So again, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.